Hello, everybody. Welcome to the X Factor with the Crypto Hipster. Today is May 12th, 2023, and this is episode 39 of, 19, I'm sorry, episode 39 total, but episode 19 of season 2. And we are 1 week away from our final episode of season 2, and one more to go. And then we'll have kicking off season 3. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited today that everybody's here joining me, and then we have some amazing things to talk about. We also have some non-amazing things to talk about. So let's talk about the amazing things first. And as we always do, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be great. So kick things off. We're going to talk about, I have a choice here. Okay, I can either talk about meme coins, which I'm going to, or crypto VCs. Let's talk about crypto VCs because they care about the future. Okay, crypto VCs, venture capitalists, have made $2.6 billion in the first of deals in the first quarter of 2023. That's the first quarter. Valuation trends in the report. There's a report that came out, and this report, while the crypto space suffers through a bear market, and it's the bear market for certain sectors, not the entire bear market, and we're going to get into that. Venture capital VC firms are still making deals, demonstrating the space is alive and well despite crypto winter. It's actually not crypto winter. I survived the first crypto winter in 2018. It's not really that. But according to PitchBook's crypto report, for the first quarter of 2023, crypto companies raised $2.6 billion across 353 investment rounds. While it shows the space is still active, it's evidence that it's not as strong as it used to be. The report revealed an 11% decrease in quarter-on-quarter deal in value and 12.2% decrease in total deals. So we're down, right? In addition, the quarter also recorded the lowest amount of capital invested in the space since 2020. So, yeah, that makes sense. You can call it a bear market or a winter. But the report noted that the valuation trends have been mixed, though. Seed rounds are up 33.5%, and late-stage rounds are up 209% for the quarter compared to the entire year of 2022. However, early-stage rounds are down 16.7%. The report recognizes the decline may continue. It also identified some positive outlooks. The data shows layer 2 scaling solutions, which are like Polygon on top of Ethereum, for example, and continue their momentum from 2022. The report cited Blockstream raising $125 million to finance a Bitcoin mining infrastructure, and Scroll, a firm building zero-knowledge Ethereum virtual machine scaling solution, raising $50 million in a late-stage VC round. We've come a far way from the ICO days. I used to be in the ICO advisor ICO days. That was initial seed round, and that part of the market was like the Wild West. So this isn't really the Wild West, but we have Wild West going on, and we do have, and one of the things that is still the Wild West is this whole thing of meme coins, okay? Meme coins, for example, Doge is a meme coin, and so is Shiba Inu, and I have some Shiba Inu left over from 2021 that went down in price. I'm stuck with it. But meme coins are like a Powerball for crypto, says the Matrix Port executive. He says, Matrix Port's Marcus Thielen says, for a lucky few, meme coins can provide a path to wealth, but for others, it's simply a risky gamble. Meme coin buyers are playing the crypto equivalent of Powerball, with many playing in the hopes of scoring life-changing money. Yet only a few will walk away with the jackpot, says Matrix Point's head of research. Meme coins have seen a huge resurgence in the last week, actually the last month. Crypto tokens such as Pepe, and we'll talk about Pepe, and ladies have seen staggering price surges, despite each having little to no discernible utility. Actually, if you look at the CoinGecko report on Pepe, what it says about Pepe says about itself is that it has no underlying value whatsoever. It just runs on the power of the meme. Okay. So when you look at Powerball, let me know your thoughts on this. Powerball has utilities. What it's doing is it's grabbing revenue and providing it to the states that sell the Powerball tickets. The meme coins are only providing real revenue to the people who founded them or got in the first couple of days. Everybody else is their yield. But I could be wrong, and I'm open to having my mind changed on this. But I liken it to gambling. And I have a story. I'm not going to get into it too much, but I did gamble 20 years ago where I thought I was winning and everything. And I was sitting there at the table with 10 Japanese gentlemen in Atlantic City shortly after 9/11. And we're all laughing and having a good time. What I didn't realize is they were laughing at me, because I was giving them my money. And so this is how it is, you get people who are smarter than you or in the first, your money. Now, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with anybody going to the Kentucky Derby or any horse races and putting $4,000 on a horse that goes 50 to 1 and walking away with $200,000. Good for you. I'm happy about that. I know somebody who got into Pepe on day 3 and he turned $500 into 50,000. Congratulations. Good job. I'm happy for you. The line, though, in crypto is this. Nowhere else does somebody say, okay, go to the horse race and keep betting on this horse. But you have, and I'm going to put this word in quotations, influencers who are engaging in predatory, shilling, which means they got in a little bit late, a little bit after the initial surge. They put their money in there. They hoped that the number was going to go up, and they're down. They're down now. And so they're shilling really, 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 really hard to try to make that price go up. Number one, they're not really influencers, because if they were, the price would go up, and it doesn't. Number two is they don't want to take losses, and I know who they are, and I won't name names. I'm not going to name names. I'm not on this show to name names. The only name I want to talk about bad things about people is deservedly so is Gary Gensler, but this is not about him. This is and I'm not going to tell people who you are, just that and I know what you're doing, and that you are not the influencer you think you are. And that's all I need to say to you. So this guy says that people that speculate in the lottery are trying to make money lightning fast, and I think that's very similar with crypto. Let me know your thoughts. Do Powerball have more value than meme coins? I'm not going to encourage the playing of Powerball, but from a revenue perspective, from the state perspective, do they have more value? So let's go to another global topic, okay? And this one, we're going to go and talk about the Bank of International Settlements, because, banking is also a Ponzi. Is it a Ponzi? Yeah. In TradFi, banking is a Ponzi. Well, you heard it here first. According to the Bank of International Settlements, often offline payments with CBDCs raise new risks related to counterfeiting, fraud, and privacy concerns. Yeah, we know counterfeiting. The Bank of International Settlements is actively exploring opportunities for offline payments involving a central bank digital currency. On May 11, which was yesterday, the BIS Innovation Hub Nordic Center published a comprehensive handbook exploring how CBDCs could work for offline payments. The guide was written in collaboration with technical consultants, Consult Hyperion, and it addressed objectives for resilience, cash resemblance, accessibility, and other offline CBDC features. Titled Project Polaris, the paper highlights new potential risks stemming from offline payments with CBDCs, including counterfeit or privacy concerns. According to BIS and Hyperion, while offline CBDC payments pose privacy threats, they can both support anonymous transactions and be privacy revealing, depending upon the design. All this is technology. All this depends on the design. Everything and anything in technology is possible. Just how much time you want to put into it. It's a question. Those who put in more time to it to build the future are going to win in the long term. Some of the listed privacy concerns include the level of privacy protection offered by the value transfer protocol. If the offline transfer value protocol does not support privacy by design, then offline payments can never be anonymous, the handbook reads. Offline CBDC payments transactions also raise privacy or even fraud issues when it comes to identification and verification of counterparty users. So, Jamie Dimon, got Frank? That's a sore spot for you. But, anything can be fraud. My point. So let's go to USA. Let's talk first about the Federal Reserve. Okay. Federal Reserve's FedNow will connect with Metal blockchain. This is a piece of news. The Federal Reserve's forthcoming instant payment service, FedNow, will be connected to Metal blockchain, according to a May 11 announcement. From the Metal blockchain team, the announcement said that the integration will allow Metal users to instantly convert funds to stablecoin and back again using FedNow's send receiver function. FedNow is an instant payment system developed by the U.S. Federal Reserve. It allows for the round-the-clock near instant payments between banks. Currently, U.S. residents can only make instant payments domestically through third-party apps such as PayPal and Venmo or crypto. The Federal Reserve has stated that the new service will launch in July. How is this new service going to work? Is it going to work well? Is it going to work better than arbitrarily raising interest rates? Oh my God, that's a thought. Whoa. Yeah. So, are we going to arbitrarily keep raising your interest rates? I don't know. Okay. So, let's go. And I mentioned Gary Gensler before. So, let's go mention him again. And U.S. Chamber of Commerce slams SEC's haphazard, pronounced haphazard, regulation efforts. Half-assword. Yeah, that's a new word, half-assword. The largest big business organization in the world has thrown its weight behind Coinbase in its fight against the SEC. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce has blasted the SEC Commission for its half-assword enforcement-based approach to regulating the cryptocurrency industry on American soil. In an amicus brief filed by the U.S. Court of Appeals on Tuesday, May 9 was Tuesday, dummy, me, yeah. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce threw its full weight behind Coinbase, accusing the SEC of deliberately creating a precarious and uncertain landscape for crypto companies operating in the country. The SEC has deliberately muddied the waters by claiming sweeping authority over digital assets while deploying a half-assword enforcement-based approach. This regulatory chaos is not by design and is by design and not by happenstance. Well, when you hire somebody who doesn't really know what he's doing, it could be haphazard. We'll see. In the amicus brief, derives from Latin. Yeah, Latin. How do you say "fu" in Latin? I don't know. Additionally, the Chamber of Commerce presented the SEC to promptly respond to Coinbase's April 25 complaint, which seeks to compel the regulator to reply to its petition for rulemaking and to provide clearer regulatory guidance for crypto firms. Let me know your thoughts on the SEC being half-assword. Okay. And then the U.S. House Financial Committee tells the SEC they don't like their custody proposal. I mean, of course not. The chair of the U.S. House of Representatives Financial Services Committee and 6 subcommittee chairs have sent a letter to U.S. Securities Exchange Commission Secretary Vanessa Countryman. That's a good last name. Wow. Countryman. Love it. Voicing their concerns over the agency's proposed advisory clients custody rule. They joined a string of crypto industry figures in expressing their objections. Financial Services Committee Chair Patrick Henry and his colleagues wrote that the SEC was exceeding its authority, no duh, in its proposed rule, known as the Registered Investment Advisor RA rule, which toughens requirements for qualified custodians of client assets. This entity killed SPACs. This entity is trying to kill crypto. This entity doesn't need to exist. My personal thoughts. Let me know yours. Let me know yours. Good job, Mr. McHenry. Keep up the good work. I salute you for this service that you bring to our country, because the representatives in this country, their job is to serve the people, not to serve themselves. Okay, so I said we're going to go back to Pepe. Coinbase calls Pepe a hate symbol. Crofton calls to boycott the exchange. So the Pepe people who want to pump and dump are not happy that Coinbase called it a hate symbol. I don't know where that came from. I didn't know the background story of it. I just thought it was a cute looking frog. But an email that was sent to Coinbase customers, and you can read this on Coinbase Bytes this past week, as I read it. It's true. The customers describes Pepe meme as a hate symbol co-opted by the alt-right groups. I don't agree. That has drawn significant ire from the Pepe meme coin community, remaining degenerate gamblers, but not all. Prominent crypto influencer Baravik ETH, who may be a degenerate gambler, who knows? I never met him. He's an ETH. He's a meme. Shared a screenshot of the email newsletter on May 10 to his 96,000 followers. 96,000 followers. I coach Little League Baseball. I have about 48 parent groups, sets of parents I talk to on a weekly basis. And having 96,000 people to talk to me, is that real? Do you know who knows 96,000 people? Who knows 1 million people? Huh. Do these people ever work? They ever hold jobs? Who are they? What's their background? We don't know, do we? They cite it as this, so Coinbase cites a 2016 decision from the Anti-Defamation League to place the frog-themed character in its database of online hate symbols. I don't know necessarily if it is an online hate symbol. I know this. Binance listed Pepe. Everybody in the Pepe community celebrated Binance listing Pepe. That's not necessarily a good thing for memes. Why? If you have a free market economy, free market capitalism, yes, the price can go up, the price can explode, the price can raise because people have fear of missing out. And what that fear of missing out did was it raised the transaction costs of Bitcoin, and it raised the transaction costs of Ethereum. Well, if you're not into the meme culture, okay, and this is listed on Binance, and Binance is all over the world, and you're an Asian bank, or you're an Asian or Middle Eastern or African hedge fund, and your primary money for investing is in Ethereum and Bitcoin only, and you see that you're getting really crowded out of your ability to do business, what are you going to do? On Binance and around the world, you have an opportunity now to short the Pepe, to short other meme coins, and make sure that your business is not affected. And so this coin that was celebrated early on and before and launched, stealthily, now has the opportunity to be shorted by hedge funds. And what do hedge funds like to do? What do banks like to do? They like to go short. They like to go short and make money. So what's going to happen to your meme coin? It's going to fall. It's going to get dumped. And that's, so when you open up the world to your meme coin, yeah, it's cute in the beginning, but the real risk is that financial institutions who are in this space for themselves to make money for themselves will see your little cuteness and knock you into the ground. And that's another area that people need to be cognizant of. And, I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. I'm open to people complaining about what I say just now, but let me know your thoughts. If there's ever time that you needed to let me know your thoughts about, crypto, about global crypto, about how things work in free market economy, hey, let me know your thoughts. I appreciate it. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And I say that not only because you are, because I've been listening to The Groove on Sirius XM recently, which is old school R&B. And I'm like, mellow, man, mellow, chill, disco, inferno. And I'm leveling out and like, yo, it's good. It's all good, man. So what's not good is Aragon. Aragon launched a defensive measure against ARCA's 51% attack. Okay, the Aragon Association has pulled plans to give ANT holders, which is Aragon's token, voting rights over its DAO in the wake of an attack. Aragon, an open source framework designed to launch decentralized autonomous organizations, has pulled plans for its native Aragon token holders to be given voting rights over the future direction of the organization. The Aragon Association of Switzerland, I should have put this in Europe, but I'm not because I'll tell you why, based organization that oversees management of Aragon, said that it has exercised its fiduciary duty to secure its treasury and overall mission by repurposing the Aragon DAO as part of a new grants program. The decision was made after the recently launched Aragon DAO suffered a 51% attack. Who did the attack is the question. According to them, the attack was from ARCA Capital Management, which is a company that is in Silicon Valley, who refer to themselves as the vultures of crypto. Now, I conducted an interview with the chief investment officer, one of the founders of ARCA Capital, in January on the Crypto Hipster podcast. And they consider themselves vultures, but what they do is their background is all distressed debt, all distressed. And when they see a distressed opportunity out there in the market, they don't shy away from it. They run to it. So I think that people should listen to the Crypto Hipster podcast for that episode with ARCA. And that was done in January. And you should have a listen because that's what they do. And their background is that. And that's what they're smart at. So let me know your thoughts about Aragon. And we'll take Aragon out of the U.S. because they're in Switzerland. But ARCA's in Silicon Valley, man. So, and then we're going to stay here in North America. We're going to talk about Canada. Canada's central bank asks its citizens what they want in a digital dollar. Canadians are being asked to submit what features they want to be included in potential digital Canadian dollar, with the country's central bank opening a consultation to the public. On May 8th, the Bank of Canada launched a public consultation that will run until June 19, noting it's exploring a virtual loonie, not Looney Tunes, LOONIE. Sounds loony to me, as the world becomes increasingly digital. Okay, so let's go. The world is becoming digital. Yes, it is right. Canada is becoming digital too, and cash isn't going anywhere. The BOC said the digital Canadian dollar is not needed, they say, and any decision to issue one's rests with Parliament and the government of Canada. So, what are the Canadians doing? How are they doing it? Let me know your thoughts. We're going to go to Europe. Okay, and some news from some lesser, not lesser, but like some beautiful European countries that I talk less about. One is Estonia. Estonia has squeezed out 400 crypto firms after its new laws. Okay, almost 400 virtual asset service providers have voluntarily shut down or had their authorizations revoked in Estonia following the government's recently enhanced terrorist financing prevention and anti-money laundering laws that came into effect in March. The amended laws expanded the defined scope of VASPs, required firms to have legitimate links to Estonia, increased licensing fees, and capital and information reporting requirements, along with introducing the Financial Action Task Force financial travel rule. According to the May 8th statement from the Estonian Intelligence Unit, The amendment to the AML laws on March 15 has since been almost 200 domestic service providers voluntarily shut down. So is that law effective? Is it accomplishing what it was supposed to do? Let me know your thoughts. And then we're going to go to Romania. Romania harnesses AI for data-driven policy recommendations. Okay. Countries around the world are beginning to grapple with the pervasiveness of AI. While some look to the emerging technology with concern, others, like Romania, embrace it. According to a report from the Financial Times, Romanian officials have introduced an AI-powered robot named Ion, not to be confused with Eon or Elon. It's Ion, intending to enhance the government's understanding of public concerns. Sebastian Berjuja, Romania's innovation minister, commented on the development, saying, "It's the first experiment in using AI to connect average citizens to their decision makers. It has great potential to strengthen democracy and consolidate the legitimacy of governments." I'm going to agree with you there. Half the governments in the world are not legitimate. And one of the illegitimate governments may just be, wait for it, the US. Might be. It might be. I'm not going to get into politics. I'm just looking at what I see at the SEC. But hey, that's just me. And now I'm a poet because I rhyme all the time. Let's go. Asia. Let's talk about China. State-sponsored Chinese AI firms to bot service to surpass ChatGPT. So China's looking to surpass ChatGPT. They're looking at AI. China's looking at AI. Okay. A state-subsidized Chinese artificial intelligence company recently announced the launch of Spark Model, an AI system designed to compete directly with OpenAI's ChatGPT. Are you listening? The launch by the company, iFlyTech, took place at the tech event in Hefei called Spark Desk and featured a full demonstration of the new system's capabilities. Okay. Well, what are they? They're referred to the cognitive big model, representing the dawn of an artificial intelligence. While there's no scientific consensus on whether general artificial intelligence is even possible using current machine learning techniques, the billionaire tech mogul did offer a comparison to ChatGPT and a timeline for updates. Okay, they have a timeline here. They got a plan. They have a ban in South Korea and Hong Kong. They have a plan. Okay, and how's that plan going to go? Let me know your thoughts. Hey, now I sound like Fonzie, a poet. Fonzie, I'm grooving. Let's go. China launches National Blockchain Center to train 500,000 specialists. I'll read it again. I'll say it again. China launches National Blockchain Center to train 500,000 specialists. That wasn't for my audience. That was for Gensler. I was saying it slowly a second time. On May 10, the National Blockchain Technology Innovation Center, first announced in February, officially started its work in the Chinese capital of Beijing. The center will collaborate with local universities, think tanks, and blockchain businesses to develop blockchain technology in China. The institution will reportedly train more than 500,000 specialists in distributed ledger technology. Leading the new center is the Beijing's Academy of Blockchain and Edge Computing, which developed the Chainmaker blockchain, a homegrown blockchain serving as a blueprint for the center's developments. Chainmaker is already supported by a group of 50 business corporations, most of which are state-owned, including big names like China Construction Bank and China Unicom. As reported by media there, the center will accelerate the construction of ultra-large-scale blockchain computer power clusters. So you thought when China kicked out Bitcoin miners that they were not going to be in blockchain? Wrong. They're building their own blockchain. They're building it. They're innovating. The only country that right now seems like it's not innovating and not interested in innovating is the US. And that's because of the SEC. And, we need to do something about that. So the senators, the congressmen who are looking to do something like that. I applaud you. Thank you very much. We're going to fall behind here because Singapore is also in the mix with China. They're not in the mix with China together. They're just in the mix. They're in the mix, man. Let's go. Come on now. What's going on? Researchers in Singapore designed new, more efficient DAO scheme. Scientists at the Singapore University of Social Sciences created a novel DAO voting governance scheme after reviewing current methods. A team of researchers at the Singapore University of Social Sciences recently conducted an appraisal existing of decentralized autonomous organization voting schemes to determine which was most efficient. The researchers ultimately concluded that existing popular voting schemes each had their drawbacks and advantages, and that a new paradigm combining what they considered to be the best features of each would be more efficient than the status quo. Dubbed Voting Schemes in DAO Governance, the team's paper analyzes 8 current techniques for DAO governance and assesses their perceived strengths and weaknesses. The techniques reviewed include token-based quorum voting, quadratic voting, weighted and reputation-based voting, knowledge extractable voting, multi-sig voting, holographic consensus, conviction voting, and rage quitting voting. If anybody wants to know what those are, I don't know. I don't know what they are. I gotta look them up just like you. DYOR, do your own research. I need to do research on this topic. And then maybe bring some people in to talk about that, who are involved in that, because I don't know what that is. And I would love to find out. And I think my audience for the Crypto Hipster podcast would love to find out too. And let me know your thoughts, because I think that's going to be something that we talk about during season 6. There's a month and a half left to season 5. And for the Crypto Hipster podcast, I still have 15 episodes to go that are open for conversation. And let's go. Let's go to Morocco. That's Asia. That's Africa. That's not Asia. Wow. We're going to go to Africa. Buying a car with Bitcoin gets a $3.7 million fine and prison time in Morocco. Whoa. The Casablanca Court of Appeals upheld a conviction of a 21-year-old French citizen, Thomas Cloucy, for illegal use of cryptocurrency. He purchased a luxury car with Bitcoin. Why is that a problem? He faces 18 months in prison and a $3.7 million fine in Morocco, which still considers the use of crypto as an illegal act. Morocco, well, they're worse than the U.S. Got to catch up, man. Morocco, you got to catch up with the times. Dear Morocco, catch up with the times. I love your movie. I love the movie, though. Casablanca is a great movie. You guys have that, and your food is amazing. The Moroccan food, the Middle Eastern food, that stuff is incredible. It's awesome. But your policy on Bitcoin sucks. A recent report by Euronews stated the Casablanca Court of Appeal has upheld the conviction of Thomas Cloucy on charges of fraud and illegal use of cryptocurrency. So I would say a $3.7 million car, man, that better be the that better be the Batman tumbler that can convert into a jet, that can convert into a submarine, man. According to Cloucy's lawyer, Mohammed Agradaj, the court confirmed the verdict last week. The decision indicates that the Moroccan judicial system is taking a strong stance against cryptocurrency in their country. Do not buy a car in Morocco. Why would you do that anyway? I don't know. Safaricom, M-Pesa, receives Ethiopian mobile money license, ending state monopoly. The Kenya-based company, Safaricom M-Pesa, already has 3 million mobile phone users in Ethiopia and plans to make it the 10th country where payment service will be available. The National Bank of Ethiopia has issued a mobile money service license to Safaricom, M-Pesa mobile financial service. Only before, it was only part of the Ethio Telecom network. Kenya-based Safaricom was also the first company to break Ethio Telecom's monopoly on Ethiopian mobile phone service in October through, I'm not going to say the name of the company again, I said it enough, the NBE introduced legislation into the Parliamentary Assembly earlier in 2022 to make the private sale possible. How's that going to go? How's Ethiopia going to go? What's it going to happen? I have one more article. Anyway, then we can call it wraps. UAE infrastructure for crypto is more business friendly than US as an executive. No duh. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong and Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse also expressed their sentiments over US regulation at the Dubai FinTech Summit. Dubai loves crypto. And why wouldn't they? They're a capitalist society. It's amazing. And they love all their people. At the recent Dubai's FinTech Summit event, Sakur Kuriyat, the co-founder of venture building firm Crypto Oasis, spoke about the United Arab Emirates infrastructures and how they can be ideal for crypto business. Speaking, Eric Kiat highlighted that there are several factors that businesses should look at when considering a place to set their companies. According to him, this includes the country's regulatory infrastructure, digital infrastructure, and its ability to attract a global pool of talent. The executive claims that the UAE checks all these boxes. They do. It's true. I know people at the US and gone there, and they're doing really well. They're thriving. The executive also compares with the UAE with the US in terms of regulatory frameworks. While he recognized the UAE and the US have their own strengths and weaknesses, when it comes to the crypto space, the executive argued that the UAE has taken a more proactive approach, yes, to regulating crypto, and explained the UAE's regulatory framework is more streamlined and business friendly compared to the complex and fragmented regulatory environment in the US. The US has too many lawyers. No, he didn't say that. I just did. The US has too many lawyers who like to litigate. We have a very litigious society, and that needs to change. And someday it will. So that was this week's updates for news. I hope you enjoyed my commentary as well. I bring it to you every single week. One final note. This weekend, we have two new fresh Crypto Hipster podcasts. Two amazing guests. One will be published on Saturday morning, one on Sunday morning. Check it out where you listen to your favorite podcasts. And number two, still, May 25, Black Hour Conferences presents Block Jakarta. It's a one-day crypto conference in Jakarta put on by Black Hour Conferences. BlackHourConferences.com is where you find the tickets. If you're in Indonesia, you're in Jakarta on May 25, check it out. The incredible lineup of speakers and events. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. Make sure you check it out. And then after you go down to the beach, go to Bali, get a suntan, relax, don't have a Bud Light. No one wants that anymore. Have something else. Have a lemonade. Enjoy your day. It's going to be great. Anyway, this was episode 39 of the Crypto Hipster X Factor. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Enjoy your week. It's going to be beautiful outside.